G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Tom, and today we have a review on the Segway P65 electric scooter. Let's get into it. Okay, so if you're in the market for the scooter, you may also be looking at other scooters like the Polo, the G2 Max, or maybe even the F series. So I'm going to give you a little bit of insight onto why this might be the scooter for you, or might not. Okay, so let's get into it. Firstly, as you can see, there is a just singular motor in the rear wheel, which is 500 watts, and it is reasonably powerful. However, the scooter is capped to 25 kilometers an hour in most countries, including here in Australia. There are ways to unlock this, yet this is quite risky and a bit sketchy, so 25 is probably what you're going to get from the scooter. However, due to the motor being in the rear of the scooter, that does mean that the brake is on the front wheel. While putting the brakes on the front might seem alright, overall I found in my testing that it's really, you don't have the same confidence you do with front brakes as you do with rear brakes, as it can kind of give you the idea you're going to kind of skid out when you brake too hard or kind of almost flip over the handlebars, though you won't. I don't think these brakes are strong enough for that. But it kind of gives the impression it does. Also, I don't know if you're into it, but if you're into kind of just drifting a little bit, on the gravel, on the asphalt, you can't do that with front brakes. It just won't happen because you'll just skid out. I tried it and I almost stacked it. Like, it's not possible. But I mean, for some people front brakes might be okay, but if you're a bit of a quicker rider, it's probably not the go for you. Also, as there is just a singular motor just in the rear wheel, this means that the power is rather limited. If you're trying to get through some off-roading or just anything that isn't the road, it's going to be a bit tougher because you've only got one wheel pushing you from the back. So you got to keep in mind that if you got a more off-roady commute, you got to think, maybe not. Next, onto battery. As you can see, the battery is housed under there, not too close to the ground. You still got a reasonable amount of clearance. It's 561 watt hours, which is pretty good, to be honest. They give you an estimated range of 65 kilometers, which is pretty good. However, in my testing, I found that's probably going to be closer to 50 or 55, depending on how you ride and your weight and whatnot, other factors. Yeah. Additionally, looking at the scooter, it's not hard to tell. It's almost like a bit of a light show going on here. As you can see, you have the rear light at the back, which can be always illuminated and flashing as you brake, as well as the rear reflector, which is on the mudguard back there. On the sides of the handlebar pole here, you've got reflectors on either side, as well as a front reflector. Additionally, you've got RGB in the bottom there to add some extra flare, as well as more lights up here for your indicators and headlight, as well as your daytime running light. While the lights are pretty cool, you almost could host a party with the lights, I have found that they're not fully useful. Like, apart from the headlight, which is very, very good, I have to admit, at night, compared to some other e-scooter headlights, it is miles better. Like, you can see the road in front of you super clearly. The other lights aren't really needed. I mean, they're cool for show, but yeah, they're just extra add-ons that you're never going to really use, so yeah. However, this front display and handlebars are some of the best I've seen on any Segway, let alone any kind of e-scooter for this price range. It's got your speed, your mode up here. It's got your headlight display. It has your battery percentage, and it also have your throttle amounts there, showing how much you're pushing down. Additionally, on the handlebars, we have a very loud horn. It's almost like an alarm. Your indicators, which go off in 3 places, there, here, and on the back there, as well as your cruise control, of course. Lastly, as well, there is an NFC card reader, which is really quite useful. I'll show you how that works now. Okay, so when the scooter's off, it's locked. You can get your NFC card here, tap it on the scooter, and then it comes to life, which is really nice for leaving at places for short periods of time if you don't have a lock with you. And lastly, coming on to the design of the scooter, I think it is while it is quite a futuristic design, it is quite bulky, and when you feel it, it's not the highest quality materials. You do feel some cheap plastics all around that really don't feel the best. However, the design, the looks, I think, look alright for a scooter in this price range. It is quite a good looking scooter. However, one glaring thing about the scooter I haven't mentioned yet is it has no suspension. None. Like, zero suspension. Like, have a look at this. Front wheel, nothing. Back wheel, nothing. They're both just rigidly attached to the body. While you might think, oh, I'm not going to go off-road, it'll be fine. It won't be. Even going on asphalt, it is awful. It's less of a pleasure to ride because it is just so bumpy. Even going over small potholes, rocks, anything, it's just really, really jarring and kind of awful to ride. Riding other scooters, almost you feel cushioned, but on this scooter, I've just found it really unpleasant to be riding around anywhere because you're just bumping, feeling everything in the road. It's just not very good at all. Even scooters that come in for a price range much lower normally have much better suspension than this. Why Segway didn't add it, I got no clue, but it really takes away from the ride a lot. Okay, I know it's a lot of negative stuff, but there are some good things about the scooter. Let's have a look. So firstly, the cruise control is very nice to use. It is really good. You just click the button, it gives you a little flash with the indicators to tell you it's engaged, and it works really well. It's nice. Additionally, as I said earlier, the light. It's one of the brightest I think I've ever used on an e-scooter, and I've used lots of e-scooters, and it just lights up the whole road around you. At night, it does really make you feel safe. You're not going to hit a big branch or tree or anything. You can see exactly what's in the road quite a lot ahead of you for you to be able to react in time. A few other things to note about the scooter: the power delivery, like how sensitive the throttle is and how quick it can adjust to put the right amount of power out, it's all right. I've ridden scooters that are a lot worse, but I have ridden scooters that are quite a bit better. I think it's middle of the park. It's all right. Gives you a bit of confidence in riding. Additionally, the front brakes are not the greatest. They are quite nice disc brakes, but I found them to be pretty mushy and not very responsive, not giving you the most confidence while riding. But yeah, after that, you're probably thinking, okay, well, should I get the scooter or not? And the answer to that is no, you shouldn't. I mean, you guys might have differing opinions to me. You can let me know in the comments below. But to be honest, I really do think that there's just not enough good about the scooter, especially for the price range that it's at. It's got some good redeeming things, but there's just too much stuff that draws back and takes away from it that I just cannot recommend it. But thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know how you liked it. Leave any suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time.